Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary series. Okay, so... Anafenza, Silk Wrap gets rid of Jace. Leaves him with a Tide Drifter. Which... isn't all that odd. My first instinct is that it's very, very odd, but if you think about it, 2 mana for a 0/5... he's really hard to deal with, whether you play any other colorless creatures or not. You know, Anafenza bounces right off of him, Siege Rhino bounces right off of him. You pretty much just have to straight up kill this guy. And that's the thing about it, is you'd much rather be using your kill spells on better things. Okay, what's he gonna throw down? Gideon, ally of Zendikar. Now this guy is running Bant colors, I was gonna say, so he could have a counterspell, but he didn't. He mans up Gideon. And collected company. It's a Den Protector, Abzan Beastmaster. Beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest toughness or is tied. Well, he's gonna have it, Tide Drifter. It's gonna be pretty hard for the... I'm gonna guess that he's playing Abzan Midrange. Devoid, Ingest, and he can't be blocked. And he becomes a 1/5. So, unfortunately, he pulled the Den Protector, so it's kind of useless, but other than that, not bad. The Beastmaster is perfect in this situation. And then the Infiltrator isn't bad. I mean, he can't be blocked. His power's only 1, so he kind of sucks, but... You know, if he can boost that somehow, he can get rid of Gideon. And Siege Rhino. Still not the greatest position for this collected company deck. He's got quite a few creatures. They don't have a whole lot of power to them. The Beastmaster is just going to keep drawing him cards, so, you know, that is the best card he's got right now. Other than the Tide Drifter. The Tide Drifter has pretty much been his ace in the hole. There's been no way for the Abzan deck to get past him, and there's another one. So now they're both 0/6s. The Infiltrator's a 1/6. What is this? Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. And a third Tide Drifter. Yow! And Assault Formation. Okay. Now we're getting the idea of what this guy's deck is. It's basically a Doron deck. Creature with Defender can attack this turn as though it doesn't have Defender. And he can give all of his creatures toughness boosts. And suddenly, Benthic Infiltrator turns from a, it could be worse, to a holy crap, that's effectively a 7/7 unblockable. And Gideon dies. He pretty much... Okay, and there's another Gideon. You might as well pop him for the Anthem, because the Infiltrator will just kill him. What he really needs here, though, unfortunately, since it would wipe his board as well, is like End Hostilities or Planar Outburst. How much does it cost? 1 green. He's got 2 green available. So he could swing with 3 effective 7/7s. One of them unblockable. Okay, he's going all in. And Offensive buffs up the Siege Rhino to a 6/7. And I don't know why he just did that. Beastmaster draws him a card. And I'm pretty sure he's dead. And it looks like he knew that. That's why he attacked. He had no way of stopping this. So let's go to game 2. See if the Abzan Midrange deck can handle this thing. I mean, we may be looking at a new deck archetype. I doubt it, but it's possible if it's reliable. So on to game 2. Okay, so turn 2 Heir of the Wilds, turn 2 Jace. Pretty good start for the Abzan deck. And at least with the Heir, the what is that guy called? The Tide... What is that thing called? Tide Drifter is effectively useless. And a second Heir. Death Touch pretty much screws over this entire deck concept. Luckily, there really aren't all that many creatures with Death Touch in Standard right now. Nissa, Vastwood Seer. I'm wondering whether or not this Abzan deck has Death Mist Raptor either in his sideboard or main deck. It'd be highly unusual. They usually don't bother with it. But it'd be really good for him right here. Goes in with both the heirs. Nissa takes the punch. Gets rid of one of the heirs, though. That's the important thing for this Defender deck. And that's what I'm going to call it. I mean, in the old days we would have called it a wall deck, but wall doesn't exactly mean what it used to anymore. In the old days, Tide Drifter would have been a wall instead of whatever it is. Goes in with the Heir. Response. Collected Company. Ooh, he whiffed. Wow, he whiffed on 6 cards. I mean, that's the risk you take with decks with cards like that, but usually it doesn't happen that often. He chumps with Jace, though. It worked out for him. The Collected Company gave him just enough cards so that Jace would flip after he declared the blocker. So, no damage. That's one of the things that you can do with Jace is, since his ability is a tap effect, it's he's able to do some tricky stuff like that. And Siege Rhino. Takes him down to 11. And he attacks. Ah, because of Ferocious. Ferocious would give him a attack bonus. Collected Company again. Gets him Tide Drifter. Gets him Tide Drifter. Going after Jace, is he gonna block? Because I wouldn't. It's only 1 damage to Jace. Wait a minute. Another Tide Drifter. That's good news to deal with the Siege Rhino, but it won't stop the air. Okay, Jace, flashbacks, Collected Company. Will he get a good hit this time? Gets another Tide Drifter. Wow. First one was a total whiff, the second one got him a Tide Drifter, and the third one got him a Tide Drifter. So Siege Rhino is effectively useless right here. Thankfully, air can get through. Either he'll choose not to block to save his Tide Drifter, or he'll sacrifice one of the Tide Drifters. Either way, air does work. A second Siege Rhino brings him down to 7. He's going after Jace. Does he let Jace die? Yes, he does. And he plays another Jace. And Sidisi's Faithful to get a 0-4. Because I was thinking about it, it wouldn't have been that bad of an idea to bounce the air so that he couldn't attack with it this turn, because that's basically the only thing he's got right now. The Siege Rhinos are effectively useless. You know, 4-5 trample is not getting through a 0-3, or I mean a 0-7. And Murderous Cut to kill Jace. Man, this match is really coming down to Heir of the Wilds here. Warden of the First Tree, that might make a difference. He's got 5 mana. If he gets another one, next turn he can turn him into a 3-3 and trample and lifelink. And then the next turn he can use his ability to give it 5/1/1 counters and start making a difference. But until he gets big, the Heir of the Wilds has the weight of this entire match on his shoulders. The Defender deck has one card in hand, though. He's getting pretty low. The Abzan deck has two. He's also pretty low. Okay, Heir goes in as a 3/3. Chump block with Sidisi's Faithful. Oh, he takes it to the face. Interesting choice. I don't think I would have made that choice. I would have blocked with Sidisi's Faithful. Anafenza. Now, since they have 0 power, Anafenza can start doing some work. It's slow, but, you know, she can start making a difference. If he's got nothing else to do, he might as well level up the Warden. Goes in with the Heir. Is he going to go to 3? He's got a response. Mythium Meddler. Enters the battlefield, you may change the target of target spell or ability to it. He's down to 1. A top deck Siege Rhino would end the game right here. And he concedes. All in all, I have to say that's a pretty interesting deck. It's pretty flexible. That second game, he just got really unlucky with those collected companies. But I have to say, I am impressed. Usually the oddball decks that you see are just that. You know, they might be a little bit interesting, but ultimately they're just too far out of there to actually see any play. This deck, honestly, I could totally see it making, well, I want to see it make tournament play, but I don't think it will. People are just too set in what they've got right now. Though with that deck, you know, it would be a pretty cheap alternative. You know, it looks like all the cards in it are inexpensive, so, you know, you could come in to standard, build that deck on the cheap. You know, you'd fly into a tournament as a rogue and probably surprise a few people. But ultimately, unfortunately, since it's a rogue deck, it probably is just going to disappear into the aether. So first turn Warden. Level up the Warden, or do you have a play? Levels up the Warden. I have to say, something that would be really good for this Abzan deck to deal with this particular deck is Dramoka's command for the Heir, so that you can make him fight one of the walls and kill it with the Death Touch, and then still attack with it, and possibly kill another one. 3 mana Updraft Elemental. Huh. That's an odd card. 1/4 flyer for 3. I can understand why I haven't seen it before. It's not good. But for this particular deck, it's not bad. Duress. Gets rid of Collected Company, leaves him with Abzan Beastmaster, Gideon Ally of Zendikar, Quarantine Field, and Surge of Righteousness. Only 3 land, though. And Dramoka's Command. was just talking about it. That gets rid of the 1/4, buffs up the Warden. Warden gets in for 4. And there's a Tie Drifter. He top decked. Another Dramoka's command would be too much to ask for, but it would be amazing right here. Sorry about that. Silk Wrap to take down the Tie Drifter opens the field for the Warden. Throws down Abzan Beastmaster. What I was doing was I was going and checking my channel to see how long my videos usually are. Because I know you guys prefer shorter videos, and this one is taking a while. But I'm conflicted about, I want to show this video because I really am interested in this deck. But at the same time, the video is going to be over 20 minutes long. But it should be over here pretty quick. Another Silk Wrap, very timely. Takes him down to 5. And what's he got? He concedes. It looks like he had just a really bad pull that time. But thankfully I can end the video now. I guess we can call that Bant Defenders. And that was Bant Defenders against Abzan Midrange. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me.